Imagine raising a lion in the middle of a busy city and then meeting him again in the wild a year later. What would happen? Would he remember you or see you as prey? This is the incredible true story of Christian the lion, a story about friendship, trust, and the powerful bond between humans and animals. It all began in the late 1960s in London. Two young men, John Rendell and Anthony Ace Bourke, were walking through the famous Harrods department store, yet when they saw something shocking. Inside the store's exotic animal section was a small lion cub for sale. The cub looked confused and alone. Instead of roaming the African savanna like he should have been, he was stuck in a department store, surrounded by people and bright lights. John and Ace immediately felt something special about him. They decided to buy the cub and give him a better life. They named him Christian. At first, Christian was tiny, playful, curious, and full of energy. The two friends raised him almost like a family pet. They fed him, played with him, and even took him on walks around London. But raising a lion in a big city was not easy. As months passed, Christian grew bigger and stronger. What started as a small cub soon turned into a powerful young lion. He needed more space, more freedom, and a life closer to nature. John and Ace realized something important. Christian didn't belong in London. He belonged in the wild. Determined to give him the life he deserved, they contacted a famous conservationist named George Adamson in Kenya. George was known for helping lions return to the wild. With his help, John and Ace made the difficult decision to release Christian into the African wilderness. The goodbye was emotional. After raising Christian with so much love, letting him go was heartbreaking. But they knew it was the right thing to do. Christian slowly began learning how to live as a wild lion, hunting, exploring, and becoming part of nature again. For John and Ace, there was always one question in their minds. Would Christian remember them? About a year later, they decided to return to Kenya to try to find him. But many people warned them not to get their hopes up. Christian was now a wild lion living in the African savanna. Lions are powerful predators. Even if he remembered them, his instincts might be different now. Some even warned them it could be dangerous. Still, John and Ace decided to try. After searching for a while, they finally spotted a lion in the distance. Their hearts started racing. Was it Christian? As they watched, the lion suddenly noticed them. Then something incredible happened. The lion started running toward them at full speed. People watching the scene were terrified. A full-grown lion charging at two unarmed men could only mean one thing: danger. But when the lion reached them, something unbelievable happened. Instead of attacking, the lion jumped up and wrapped his massive paws around them. It was Christian. He hugged them like old friends. You could see the recognition in his behavior. He rubbed his head against them, played with them, and showed affection the same way he did when he was a cub. After an entire year living in the wild, Christian still remembered the people who had cared for him. The emotional reunion was captured on film, and when the footage was later shared with the world, millions of people were amazed. It was one of the most powerful demonstrations of the bond between humans and animals ever recorded. Christian eventually continued living in the wild where he belonged, but his story left behind an unforgettable message. Animals may not speak our language, but they understand love, kindness, and trust. And sometimes those bonds can last a lifetime. The story of Christian the lion reminds us that even in the wildest parts of nature, compassion and friendship can create connections that are never forgotten. Because sometimes, love is a language that even a lion understands.